Hello everyone. Today in this video I am going to talk about a very common issue that is faced by every English learner in the beginning time. That is, I want to speak English, but the problem is I don't know grammar. Or is it possible to speak fluent English without grammar? So today in this video I will be talking all about on this topic only. Okay, so let's get into the video without any further delay. Dear learners, okay, first you need to ask yourself a question that is like the language which you know now, whether it is your native language, your mother tongue, Hindi, Bengali, Tamil, or Assamese, any language that you know, or Odia. So the language that you know now, so how did you learn that? Have you ever asked this question? Have you ever asked this question to yourself? So, for example, I know Hindi and that is my native language, my mother tongue. So, if I ask myself, how did I learn Hindi? And the same question when you ask it to yourself, how did you learn that native language, that whatever you know, how did you learn? So, might be the answer will be that you have learned that native language, whatever it is, by your own. There is no grammar when you were learning and when you were trying to speak your native language. There was no grammar at all. So how did you learn? This is, you can say, like a most asked question. How did you learn? So finally might be the answer is I learned this and you learned your native language due to having proper environment, due to having proper surroundings. Yes, it is very good idea. If you want to speak any language, if you want to learn any language, whether it is English, French, any language, it could be German, if you have proper surroundings, so in that time it becomes very easy to speak that language or to learn that language. Why? Because already you are having a proper surroundings, proper immersion. Okay, so now let's come to the point. But in our case, we are trying to speak English, we are trying to learn English, but the problem is we don't know grammar, nor we know grammar, or neither we have proper surroundings. So in this case we need to understand something. We need to understand something. In your native language, that surrounding helped you. That surrounding helped you to speak your native language. But in our case, in English learning case, there is no surrounding, no environment. Why? Because English is not spoken, widely in India. Okay, so that is why there is something which will help you instead of that environment, and that is your grammar. That is your grammar. And I can say that majority of you are watching me now are, I think, students. So of course when you study something or when you are students, so you know little part of grammar, and that little part of grammar is adequate, is enough to speak English speaking, to speak fluent English, or to learn speaking in English, that little part of grammar. But you need to know how to tackle this problem, how to solve this problem. Okay, like while having little grammar, how we can speak English. So this is the first point. Ask yourself, how did you learn your native language? And the second thing is, grammar is something which really helps you to speak English. Okay, if you do not have any environment. So now in the step 3 I will be talking all about, first you need to classify. You want to speak English, you want to learn English speaking, nor like you want to crack any competition examination. Okay, so in your case you want to just speak in English. So in your case there is no rocket science to dealing with the grammar. Okay, there is no rocket science. It's not a big problem, it's very simple problem. In your case, if you know little grammar, that is enough for yourself to speak English, to learn English. So now In the step number 3, now I'll be telling you, so what are those topics of grammar which is important to speak in English. So dear learners, if you are a student of any medium, of English medium, of Hindi medium, of Bengali medium, so you all know English grammar, little bit, little part of that grammar. For example, you know verbs, there are 5 forms of verbs. You know tenses, you know conjunctions, you know prepositions. Okay, so these are the only things which will help you to speak English fluently. But if you listen me, so I would like to recommend you, in the beginning time, do not take stress on learning grammar. Why? Because only in the beginning time, if you take a lot of stress learning grammar, really it will create confusion for you, problem for you, and finally you will not be able to speak in English. I am telling you very honestly. So in the beginning time, just you need to follow only 2 steps to speak in English. Basics, first basics, and the second I'll be talking some parts of grammar only. Basics means, you know, like you need to learn basics, whatever it is, like basic vocabulary, basic English sentences, basic greetings, how are you, hello, where are you going. So these are the basic things. And after that, you need to know basic grammar, and that is, you should know tense. It why it helps you in the formation of sentence, or I can say in sentence formation. It helps you if you know tense very well, so it helps you structure the sentence, form the sentence. Okay, so it is very common thing. And after knowing tense, just you need to do the practice and listening, watching, reading related to spoken English. That will help you only. Otherwise, if you are thinking that you are going to learn a lot of grammar and after that you are going to start your journey to speak in English, probably it will not happen. Probably it will not come true. Why? Because it is not a good strategy. It is not a beginner's strategy. So in the beginning time, for your betterment or for your better, you need to work on your English only. Do not focus on grammar. Let it be. Whatever the grammar I told you now, I suggested you now, just learn only those things. And after some time, when you feel that now you can speak a very good English, now you can maintain your fluency level while speaking in English. So that is the particular time when you need to take a step ahead to learn more grammar. Okay, if you ask me friendly, I'm telling you very honestly, I am not good at grammar. I am not good at grammar. But now I am learning grammar. Why? Because in future, if I get chance to teach the students spoken English, so really that grammar will help you to do so. Okay, so now I don't know so much grammar, but I know main parts of grammar, like which is, I mean, what are the basics of grammar and what grammar really helped me and which lessons of grammar helped me to speak in English. I know only that. I don't know much more than that. Okay, why? Because I knew I want to speak English only, and in future, if I get any opportunity, any scope to teach the students, obviously I'll be teaching grammar in the perspective of speaking in English, not for any competition exam. Okay, so this is what I mean. Do not focus on grammar rather than speaking in English. First, focus on speaking in English, and after that, focus on the grammar. Okay, this is the first thing if you are a beginner. And the second thing is, which will really help you to start up your journey to speak in English, that is like immersion, or you can say like surrounding yourself with English. All the time when you are free, try to talk in English. When you're free, try to watch videos related in English, cartoon videos, English movies, English comedy, anything. Try to read simple story books. Overall, just you can understand, try to create and try to immerse yourself with English, and that will help you only. Okay? And dear learners, whatever the things that I have told you this video, very practical, and what I know and what I believe that these are things which I followed to speak English. So that's what I told you. And finally, guys, if you really enjoyed watching my video, please support me and don't forget to ask me or to let me know in the comment section anything whatever you want. I mean, if there is any problem, if I made any mistake, or if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. I will definitely try to reply your comment. And let's meet in the next video. Till then, bye, see you soon, and again thanks for watching my video.